So hello guys and welcome to this video, and that is the 2021 Dominar 400 PS6 version, and we are going to review this motorcycle today. I will give you a proper ride review and riding experience of this motorcycle. I also reviewed the Dominar 250 earlier on the channel, so if you want to watch that video, here's the link. But now it's time for the big boy 400, so let's get riding. And before that, just hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and link is in the description for the Instagram handle. So let's get riding. So riding the Dominar 400, and what a fantastic motorcycle it is. So it is a very comfortable motorcycle. I'm sitting on this motorcycle, and the first thing is that it is really very comfortable. So the handlebar is a single piece unit. It is raised up, and the foot pegs are just a bit rear set, so it gives you the proper touring riding position, so that you are comfortable and still really commanding. You have full control of the motorcycle, so it is very good. And if I talk about the overall handling of this motorcycle, it handles quite nicely. It has got a longer wheelbase, so it is not really as agile as the Duke 390, but it is good for itself. And the front suspension has been replaced by a 43mm USD forks. Earlier it had the conventional forks, but now it is a USD setup from Endurance from the Duke 390, so it handles quite nicely. The steering of the Dominar has always been on the heavier side because it is a very heavy motorcycle itself, so that is a good thing. For me, I like heavy motorcycles, and I've been riding Royal Enfields for a very long time, so that's not a problem for me. Overall, the weight of the motorcycle is 187 kgs dry, and that is Vijay on the Royal Enfield Electra. And if I talk about the engine of this motorcycle, so it has got a 373cc single cylinder liquid cooled motor, and it produces about 40 horsepower and 35 newton meters of torque. A very powerful motorcycle for the segment, I had to say that. And the Duke 390 just has got 3.5 horsepower more than this and 2 more torques, but it feels every bit like it. So let's not talk about the 390 now. And if I talk about the rideability of the motorcycle, it is very good. Now this motorcycle has got the newer DOHC setup, dual overhead cam setup. The earlier version of the Dominar had the SOHC unit, the single overhead camshaft unit. So the low end, mid and even the top end of this motorcycle has been improved really very much. And if you open throttle in the mid range, it still has got a lot of punch to offer, so that is a good thing, and it gets up to speeds really very nicely. In the low end it is a bit linear, but in the top and mid range it just goes, so that is a good thing. Even the red line has been increased from 9,500 to 10,500 rpm, and now the overall nature of this motorcycle has been changed. It is a free revving motorcycle now, so that is a good thing, and enthusiasts really like that kind of nature in a motorcycle, so that is a very good thing. So if I talk about the braking performance of this motorcycle, it has got quite good brakes, and the bite from the front brake is good. The rear brakes feel a bit spongy, but it has got adequate stopping power for the kind of performance it has got. And if I talk about the front brake, it has got a 320mm front disc and a 230mm rear disc, so that's enough. And it has got dual channel ABS, so it is really safe. It doesn't have switchable ABS, so you cannot turn off the ABS setup on this motorcycle as there is in the Duke 390, but that's really according to your preference if you want it or not. So where the 2021 Dominar 400 really impressed me was the refinement levels of this motorcycle. This one, the UG, the 2021 model BS6 version, and it is really refined. It has got just a minor buzz on the foot pegs, and even in the top end it stays quite refined, and if you ride it hard it's still quite refined. Obviously it is a single cylinder unit, so it has to add vibrations. It is not a Japanese motorcycles, and so that's a thing, but it still is very refined for a motorcycle in this class. Now if you compare it with other motorcycles in terms of refinement, obviously all of these motorcycles are just a bit on the refined side. They are not really 100% and truly refined like the Japanese motorcycles, but they are very good motorcycles. All the motorcycles in this segment, the RR310, the Duke 390, the RC390, and every motorcycle in the segment has got vibrations, and even the Dominar has got, but still the Dominar is very good in terms of performance. Now I'm in 6th gear, opening throttle. Now that's just part throttle and it just starts cruising. So now I'm doing about 70 kilometers per hour and it is in its cruising pace now, and it just settles up and there are no vibrations, and it's doing about 3500-ish RPM. And if you open throttle, ample amount of grunt to make easy overtakes. And the other thing that is really good about the Dominar 400, that this motorcycle can really cruise at real high speeds. You can just start cruising from 6th gear from 60 kilometers per hour all the way up to 160 kilometers per hour without any strain on the engine. The engine really supports, high speed riding, and as I said, from 100 to 160 this motorcycle can easily manage that. And ample amount of grunt. I will say that the Dominar 400 is a very heavy motorcycle and it is really hard to manage in the city. Well, the first thing is that the heaviness of the motorcycle really helps in the overall stability of the motorcycle. It is rock solid on the highway doing, triple digit speeds, and that's a good thing. And yes, the motorcycle is heavy. It weighs about 187-84 kg, as I said. So yes, it is on the heavier side. I really don't find it heavy or hard to ride in the city because, I said I've been riding Royal Enfields, that to the Classic 500 for a really long time in every kind of situation. So I really like the weight of the motorcycle. It makes, make the motorcycle feel a bit more engaging to ride. And the Dominar itself has got a real big bike feel. It doesn't feel like a 400cc motorcycle. It doesn't feel like 500. It just feels like over a 650 when you're riding on the motorcycle or you're sitting on the motorcycle. So that is that. So the weight really helps in the overall appeal of this motorcycle. So that's something. And acceleration test on the Dominar 400 2021 BS6 version, and let's start it up. The bike sounds really nice. So first gear, let's launch it. So that was 100 in no time. Actually it takes about 6.6 seconds exactly if you launch it real nicely, but that was a messy launch, so not that good. But I don't want to push this motorcycle any further because it hasn't had its first service yet. So this is the motorcycle, the Dominar 400 BS6 version, and it looks really like the Batman's motorcycle, and maybe I am Batman. So let's talk about the motorcycle. So up front it has got a 10 LED setup in the headlight, and it is really bright, and I mean really bright. So the headlight is just a 10 on 10 on this motorcycle, and it looks quite good. And if you know about the Suzuki B-King, it has got the same transformer type head, so it looks quite like that, very much like that. So that's that. And the front tire is a 110 section 17-incher radial, and these are from MRF revs. The grip from these tires are decent, not the best, but it's quite good. It has got a longer life, so that's good. The front forks are 43 mm USD forks from the, as I said, Duke 390. It really looks beefy and helps in the stability of the motorcycle. This is the 320 mm front disc and brakes from Vibri. This is the radiator of the motorcycle, and overall the motorcycle has got a lot of attention to detail, so that's a good thing. It has got a D400 badge here. The dual barrel exhaust really looks beefy and really complements this motorcycle really nicely. And this is the DTSI logo on the engine cover. So it has got triple spark plug technology, and as you can see, 373.27 cc. That's the accurate cubic capacity of the engine. And overall the motorcycle looks really good. I just love the Dominar 400. It is a bit dirty, I admit, because it has been raining since the day I bought this motorcycle. This is the 230 mm rear disc, brakes from Vibri again, and the back of this motorcycle really looks nice. It has got the Pulsar type tail tail light, so it looks quite good. It has got LEDs in it, and the indicators itself are LEDs, so that's a good touch. Even the Ninjas and R3s doesn't have that. That's a good thing. The rear tire is a fat 150 section radial, and again from MRF. It is a very wide looking tire, and it really complements this motorcycle, unlike the Dominar 250. And I have removed the extended mudguard to give it a more beefier appeal, so that's a good thing. I like that. And I have removed the sari guard too, because you know, it just makes the motorcycle look bad in my diary. It has got a guard here and also on the other side. This is the beefy side stand of this motorcycle. It really supports the overall weight really nicely, and if you have your Dominar loaded with, you know, luggage, it will still hold it really nicely. It has got a tank pad here, and this is the lid for the fuel tank, and these mirrors really look nice. It has got this beautiful finishing, and it is really sturdy. It doesn't move even at high speeds, so that's a good thing. And let's talk about the instrument console of this motorcycle. So it has got twin instrument consoles, one is here and one is there, so it shows a lot of information. Right now it's showing engine kill on, so let's turn on the engine kill. That is now on. Side stand down warning, so this is the warning sign. If anything is wrong with your motorcycle, this will blink or will not blink, it will just turn on. And in this corner there are the telltale lights: ABS warning, neutral, engine warning, and you know, warning light. It has also got the gear position indicator here. Let me just sit on the motorcycle and show you that. So that is the gear position indicator. The earlier 2019 model didn't have that, but in the 2021 BS6 version they made it, you know, appear here, so it is a good thing. It just shows the gear position, and it is really convenient, unlike this one which is really low, so that's a good thing. And the, you know, the instrument console is decently loaded. It has got, you know, distance to empty. It has got the average fuel economy, as I said, 33 kilometers per liter. It is showing the dynamic fuel count, so that's that. And it has got a lot of information: trip 1 average speed, trip 2 average speed, trip 1, you know, overall time, how much time you have been riding the motorcycle, distance to empty. And it has also got a service indicator and kilometers to the next service, so that's a good thing. It has got the fuel indicator here, the speedometer here, the tachometer to 13,000 rpm, but it goes up to 10,500 rpm. And the other display has got the gear position indicator, the time, and the trip meter, so trip 1, trip 2, and the odo of this motorcycle. So that is that. Now overall, the Dominar 400 is quite loaded for the money. No, you know, so I paid about 2.6 lakhs for this motorcycle on road Dehradun, and now the price is increased, so it will cost you about 2.7. so still not a bad motorcycle for the money. It is really value for money motorcycle it is. And if you compare the next motorcycle, which is, you know, which competes with the Dominar 400, that is the RR310. It has got a bit less power, it has got almost similar performance, but that motorcycle is about 3.2 lakh on road, and obviously it has got the equipment to support that rate. So if you want a motorcycle which is comfortable and still really powerful, you can also consider the RR310 if you have the money to buy that. And talking about the Dominar 400, if you want the Dominar 400, it is an epic motorcycle. Just buy it, because the 2019 model had issues, but in the BS6 version all of them have been resolved, and the motorcycle has become really reliable now. It is smooth, it is refined, and the fuel economy has been improved in the BS6 version, so that's a good thing. And if you really want the Dominar 400, just get the Dominar 400, because in this segment there are not a lot of motorcycles. There's the 390, there's the RR310, the 400, and you know, the Duke 250 is also there. But when you're spending this kind of money on a motorcycle, you will just buy the one you will like. So I like the Dominar 400 from the beginning, so that's why I bought the Dominar 400, and that's why it is right here in front of you. So that was really it for this video, and this was my review for the Dominar 400, my Dominar 400. So if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, the like button. Link is in the description for the Instagram handle. Just follow me there for some epic shots of this beautiful motorcycle. So as always, ride safe and keep riding hard.